Guys, Mark the Mentor here, back with another video. All right, so I want to talk about living in the past. All right, a lot of people in the box truck community are still living in the past, and let me be the one to tell you, you got to let that go. All right, in order for you to see success, and I think the reason why a lot of people are struggling, outside the economy, you know what I'm saying, and volume and things of that nature, is because they're stuck in the past. Listen, 2021 is over with. It's done. All right. That was fantasy land. Now, you're probably like, oh, what do you mean fantasy land? But I made money. Okay, yeah, you made money. It was tangible, right? But when I say fantasy land, meaning a lot of the stuff that was going on last year, it was real, but it really wasn't real because it wasn't normal. That was like a once in a lifetime type of thing. You know what I'm saying? You may not never see stuff like that again in your lifetime. And you can't be hung up on what happened last year and the money that was made last year and how everything was just good and you couldn't do no wrong. And man, that's over with. That's over with. And in so many ways and in so many words and in so many different videos I've been putting out over the past, I've been trying to tell people that. But now I'm just going to tell you, let the past be the past. I'm pretty sure some of you people that are older got those old school parents like mine. My mom used to say, Mark, you gotta let the past be in the past. You can't live in the past. You gotta let that go. All right. So this is what I'm here to tell you. Let last year go. Let the earlier part of this year go and focus on what's in front of you. A lot of people in the box truck community are presently living in 2022, but mentally still in 2021. I'm presently living in 2022, but mentally I'm in 2023. I say it all the time. I'm celebrating Easter somewhere in my head right now. My mind is in April. I'm thinking about April. I'm celebrating. Mentally, I'm sitting down eating Easter dinner. For real. And this is how I'm able to stay ahead and stay abreast and stay up to date. I'm well calculated. And that's how you have to be in box trucking or any business. The past is the past. If I sit up here and keep thinking about the past, about my glory days and trucking, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I wouldn't be able to continue to go forward because I'm holding on to the past. I can't listen. Everybody has issues. I got my issues. Don't you think I wish people would come to work? Don't you think I wish the pandemic or whatever happened that caused people to want to not work, and then a lot of people wanting to work for themselves, and everything that's went on that changed the way people looked at employment, as far as not wanting to work for other people, not wanting to work for companies, and wanting to work for themselves. If I can sit up here and mope and mourn and be sad and all moist and soft in my heart and all that goofball stuff, I wouldn't be able to continue to move forward and build new businesses and continue to make money. I let that go. It's over with. I had a plan. I made my money. I'm not finna sit up here and play with people. I'm not finna accept any old people coming applying for work with their pants hanging all the way off their ass, with stuff in their eyes. It's a certain it's a certain way you have to represent yourself when you're coming to me for work, because you're out in the field representing me. And I ain't got crust and stuff all in my crust and eye crust and stuff and pants hanging all off my ass and all that stuff. So I'm not gonna, just because I can't find qualified people, just accept anybody and say anybody at home. It just is what it is. I've done what I was supposed to do when the going was good. I made sure I invested into right things so that I can have multiple streams of income, so that when a time came, unbeknownst to me, that I wanted to step away, I could step away. And I've been at that point, as far as being able to step away, for probably about the last 3-4 years now. Now it's my time to move on. All right. So you can't get upset because rates aren't like how they were last year. Volume isn't like how it was last year. You have to create a plan and you got to move on. If you're just coming into the game, you may not have the luxury of a person like me, okay, that can just park trucks and run minimal trucks, or say, you know what, I'm going to chill out, or you got to find a way. All right. You got to find a way, but you're not going to be able to find that way if you're constantly, last year, man, back in last peak season, December, you know what I'm saying, the rates was different last year. Amazon Relay, man, this is trash. This, that, and the third. No, you got to move on, because guess what? All that moping and complaining is not going to help your situation. You got to figure out how to maneuver around what's going on. It may require you stepping outside your comfort zone. I always talk about, you got to have to step outside your comfort zone. People don't want to step outside their comfort zone. You have to mentally in business be ahead of time. You're going to live physically in the present, but as a strong business professional, mentally, you have to be ahead. It's just like when I read, people are like, man, why do you read so fast? Because when I'm reading a book, it's like this. When I'm reading a book, my eyes are already 3 words over. I'm saying a word when I'm reading, but my eyes are already 3 words over. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I can read so fast. Okay? Because I'm saying something, but my eyes are already 3 words down. So as I'm going, my eyes are already ahead. Same thing with business. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be ahead. You can't be living in the moment. You gotta be ahead so you can see stuff coming. Listen, man. Listen. In order for you to succeed, you gotta let the past go. And that's just the bottom line of this bit. If you go to the casino and you play roulette, you have that great night roulette. There's nothing. You go to the table with $100, and you win 20 grand. I've seen it happen. I've done something similar. You know what I'm saying? You go to the table with $100, you win 20 grand. The way they get you is you're going to think you can recreate that moment, and you're going to keep coming back till you give all the money back that you won, plus money, your own money. Because that probably is a once in a lifetime thing. Recreating that moment is the odds of that are very minimal, especially with that low of a buy-in. You know what I'm saying? It can be done, yes, but with that low of a buy-in, that's why I use those metrics: $100 buy-in and winning 20,000. You see, with those metrics, it's going to be kind of hard. If I buy in, let's say with 10 grand, I can probably win 20 grand, with better odds. So I'm saying this, the odds of the government passing out all that type of money to recreate that era that everyone lived through last year, earlier part of this year, is going to be slim to none. The whole reason why everybody was in that, making that type of money, is because of the money the government put out. And everybody's still caught in that euphoric phase that I talked about in the box truck bubble. That euphoric phase, you got to let that go. Let that go. Come back down to reality. All right. We're in the real world now. This is the real world. Last year was fantasy land. Fantasy land. Like when you plug in your PS5 or something and you fantasy land, that's what that was. Except it was tangible, but it was fantasy land. Now we in the real world. Okay. So you have to make real world decisions. You can't make mistakes like last year, like getting an expensive box truck rental and still coming out ahead. The mistake you made was getting the expensive box truck rental. The mistake you made was buying an $80,000 truck that was really only $30,000. But because the rates were inflated, it's like you really didn't feel it. It's like everything kind of coincided with each other, right? Fantasyland. All right, this is the real world. So those mistakes that people made last year, you make those mistakes now, you're going to fail really fast. Really fast. So your decision-making skills now have to be a lot more sharper than they were. People could make mistakes last year and still make it and didn't seem, but to a person like me, I'm like, dude, okay, wait about 7-8 months. And now that time is here. Decision-making skills have to be very sharp now. If you're going to be a businessman or a businesswoman, your decision-making skills got to be sharp anyway. I talked about the vultures. I'm going to start talking about the vultures a little more. Not the vultures y'all want me to talk about. I'm going to start talking about these corporate vultures. All right. You see what I'm saying? So smart decision-making, not living in the past, not even living mentally in the current, living mentally in the future. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. The 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Prepare properly. Stop living in the past. Let last year go. 2021 is over. It's done. I don't want to talk. Listen, I'm sick of people talking about what happened and what they did and how much money and how great it was and this, that. That's over with. It's done. Show me that you cold with this trucking by getting through this. I'm gonna see if you cold. That's how I'm gonna tell if you really cold with it. If you really, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. I want to see people get through this. All right. And that's going to determine your skill set, your level of intelligence, your level of decision making. When it comes to this, this box trucking thing and the current economy. All right. Don't beat yourself up. Don't live in the past. You got to move on, because especially if you're a person who wants to scale, you're going to have people working for you. You can't be moping and all soft and moist and around, because then they see you all soft and moist and they going to start preying on y'all. Man, this dude a goofy. My boss a goofy. Man, no. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And stop living in the past. www.boxtruckcourses.com for your one-on-one mentorship with me, Mark the Mentor. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the upcoming videos every Tuesday night here on YouTube, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. The Mentors Podcast with me, Mark the Mentor. I'm out.